1, chapter 2, what is 5-minute candle? Okay, so we will just learn about the candles, the first 5-minute candle opening tricks, exactly how we can analyze the market, where the market is heading from the first candle. Okay, that is nothing, just we have to know the first candle opening between R1 and CPR. Whenever the first candle is opening in between R1 and CPR, then what will happen? 6 for the first trick, candle opening R1 and CPR, what will happen? So the basics in a scenario, everybody know what is CPR, what is TC, what is BC, and what is P. Nothing. Our R1, our support, and 1 and support 1. So this is our previous day high line. I think everybody knows previous day high line and previous day low line. So this is nothing. When you open up a chart, you can see that black line, okay, below the R1, or maybe it can be above the R1. Sometime it can be above S1, and sometime it can be below S1. That is our support line. So previous day high, previous day low line. So guys, we'll just learn what is the first candle trick. As you can just see that first opening candle, okay, that is in between CPR and R1, and I think a lot of time you would have heard about this whenever I say CPR and R1. So whenever the first candle is opening in between R1 and CPR, then what will happen? It just go, then does this R1. Okay, so when this scenario happens, when it touches R1, so automatically the CPR, according to the CPR, what it says that it will come down to the CPR. The first condition, when the first candle opening between R1 and CPR can happen. Second condition, if it breaks that R1, it will goes above, just reaches this level. It touch previous day high. Yes, there is a condition that it will. So the two basics, what you have to know, the first candle logic. Okay, so this is the scenario which can happen. So the two scenarios, when it touches R1, the chances are that it will go to CPR. Second one is when it touches previous day high line, can come down to CPR. Doesn't mean that it will just go to these two levels. Maybe somewhere around also it can just do that reversal, but it is just a basic that yes, you should keep in mind when this candle, the first opening candle opens. Sometimes what happens, yeah, sometimes the setup is like this, that previous day high line will be below the R1. So obviously the first candle is opening in between R1 and CPR, you can say. This scenario also, it's very simple, that you can see that when it touches the previous day high line, chances are there that it will come down the CPR. It just goes above that previous day high line, maybe the chances are there can just touch that R1, take a support at that level, maybe resistance at that level, it can come down to the CPR. So this is the first simple logic about the the simple logic. It can happen in this way, and sometime it happens that it won't come to that level, or maybe it will be below previous day low line only, it will take a reversal, or maybe the first candle opening, this is a logic, okay, this is a logic exactly that it will go up and come down. Maybe from the first candle only it can just go down to the CPR. That is also the, that can also happen. Here is nothing, just an example which I am giving. If it breaks that, that's what I'm saying. If it breaks that, that's what I'm saying. It's very important to watch out. If it breaks R1, then yeah, definitely it will go to R2. So there are two conditions basically. First is it will go up, okay, then wait and watch whether it takes a resistance at that level. That it take, that's candle, if candle is taking a resistance at that level, that is R1. If it doesn't take the resistance and it breaks that with a green candle, that means yeah, there is a chance that if it breaks R1, there is a chance that it will go to R2, but basically it will just go and reach R2, or in between only it can take a reversal. These are the points to watch out for. Okay, might be upward move also can happen if it breaks that R1. These are the basics you should understand. It's vice versa also. It's vice versa for S1. You can just see the next one. So these are the basic you should remember. These are the basics. Okay, so be aware of that, and don't tell that, sir, if it breaks then what happen? If it breaks then it will happen. So there is a logic which tells you that, yeah, but 90% times you can see it's coming back, 80%, but 10%, yeah, buffer is there. The second part comes in the first candle opening in between S1 and CP. Nothing, it is the same thing what you have seen there. As you know that the setup for CPR, what is that? Previous day low line one. If the candle, okay, if the candle is opening in between CPR and S1, then what will happen? It will just go down, and just it touches S1. If it touches S1 and taking a lot of resistance at that point, then definitely you can see it going to the CPR. The second condition, if it breaks that S1, see that touches the previous day low line, then there is a chance that it can go up to CPR. So these are the basics. Okay, so the candle opening between S1, then crossing that S1 and going to that previous day low line. So these are the barriers, you can say, the upward direction in support level. Okay, same thing goes over here. If previous day line is above S1, the candle opening in between, obviously it is in between CPR and S1, what will it do? Just go to this previous day low line. If it touches this line and if it doesn't break that previous day low line, then chances are that it will go back to CPR. The same logic comes here over once again, breaks that line and it goes to the support. If it touches that support, okay, S1, touches that S1, then there is a chance that yes, can go to upward direction. Can go to upward direction. Okay, these are the basics. Okay, what happens in R1, the same thing will happen in S1 also. Then the next candle comes in. If same logic, if it just touches the previous day low line, the chances are that it can go upward. Just breaks this line. Sorry, if it doesn't break this line, sorry, if it breaks that previous day low line and it comes to S1 and it takes a support over there, then yeah, there is a chance that it will go back to CPR. If breaks that also, that is S1, break S1, if it break S1, then yes, there is a chance that it is a bearish or in a downward directional move. This is the level to watch out for, guys. So it is not so easy to understand, to take the decision at that time. So you have to just wait and watch for the exact the reversal when it happens. This is what the CPR's first candle logic tells us. Now what happens when a first candle opening, the first candle is opening exactly on CPR, what will happen? Guys, remember, when the first candle opening is exactly on CPR, what will happen? So whenever, see, this is our previous day line, day high line, this is our previous day low line. If the candle is exactly opening on CPR or exactly on CPR, that means it's going to be a sideway market. Sideway market means it is just like a wall, nothing but it's just like a wall. That means it will just hang around between the previous day low line and previous day high line, or maybe R1 and R2. Okay, this is the condition. And the another condition is, it's just basics. Okay, that means yeah, it's going to be a range bound market on that day when the first candle is opening exactly on the CPR. And second condition is, if the CPR is a wide CPR, our previous day, and the other condition is if it's opening, okay, if the opening is exactly on the CPR and if the CPR is a wide CPR, okay, if it's a wide CPR, definitely it's a wall. But yes, this is a condition for both the scenario, that what we say, the candle will go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That is nothing. This will happen normally in wide CPR, you can say, or any, like, any condition, it's the same. That is, the candles will go up and down until and unless it breaks the wall. That means maybe the previous day low line or any high or any low made on that day. So you just have to mark the two lines, and you should understand that it will just jump up and come down, jump up and come down. This is what it is going to do for the whole day. So that's all, guys. That's all, guys. We learned, what we learned is, what we learned, do the review on that. First logic is very simple, you can understand guys. Our first logic is simple, that the first candle opening in between R1 and CPR, what will happen? These are the condition. I think I'm just doing it a brief. These are the condition, that it will not go down, go up. It just touches these levels, it will come down. Okay, so this was our first condition about the candle in between R1. Okay, and what will happen? Second condition is it that when the first candle opening in between S1 and CPR, what will happen? So I think, yeah, if it doesn't process the S1, then it will go back to the CPR line, and if it doesn't cross the previous day low line, it will just go back to the CPR line. The condition, if the previous day line is not broken, go to the CPR. If it doesn't break S1, then it will go back to the CPR. Same condition, it's a different condition. If it just breaks the both line, you can see the bullish movement coming in. Once the S1 is broken, these are the two condition. And the third condition, if the first candle opening is exactly on the CPR, what will happen? Which is going to be a sideways market or a range bond, you can say, and the candles will move just up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is going to happen. So it's better whenever this condition arises, like exactly opening on the CPR. So it's better don't go for any trade. It's better just stop your trading account and just go watch some movie and all something. So that's all I want to just understand. The first 5-minute candle trick, the very simple logic which I tell you every time: slow but steady wins the race. Consistency and effective effort lead to the success. Consistency is very important for the trading. Nothing but Aesop's fables, that the tortoise and hare story, it comes into the picture. So that's all for the chapter 2, guys. Just come out with a different chapter. Thank you very much for watching my second chapter over here.